Right
Hell yeah.
now I'm watching Don't Mess With Me, Miss Nagatoro. Oh man,
Yes.
pretty good. I I have to say. I'm uh that's an anime. No. Welcome everyone to Otaku flavored podcast. I am Savage Bear. We are here with the illustrious Jay Lewis.
Doesn't know anything that's going on.
Yeah, has no idea. I wanted to talk about the Digimon watch now that you have it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell do you want to talk about? And I was like, oh, it could be that. Okay, cool.
Because we did
no.
not spoilers.
I'm wearing it right
We did
now.
talk about this. I guess there's not even spoilers because you guys won't see. But like we talked about this a little bit the other day. But yeah, wanted to bring it up with all you guys because yeah, what'd you get? What is it? Is it beautiful? Is it on your wrist right now?
Oh, yeah. So yeah, there's a part of me that really wanted a Tamagotchi or Tamagotchi something, and then I was looking through all of like the Digimon V pets, and essentially what it is it's a V pet, but it's a fitness based V pet, but it's also a toy because it doesn't track anything worth a goddamn well. You just got to go out and do stuff genuinely, and it's like, okay, you're doing the things, and it's fine. More importantly though, it's a virtual pet that wants you to get out and do stuff,
Which is smart. I actually think that's a good way to treat virtual pets moving on in a lot of ways because I think almost originally, like with the Pikachu one, I remember like it had something very much with needing steps and you would just sit there shaking it for days and stuff like that. But with the technology of it being integrated into a watch for like a fitness watch, that's truthfully sounds really appealing. Like,
yeah, it's nowhere near where it should be, but it is a great step forward in the right direction of something that I really want. But for right now, it's a good enough.
yeah. Well, that's yeah. What can it? So we talked about it a little bit, like, but now that you have it, like, what can it do? Can you actually go out and do raids? Is there stuff to go
the
scan?
app is getting an update for that really quick, but what it is yes, you'll be able to. You already can battle against your friends if you really want to, which is a whole local thing which you can do with just a watch. But the phone companion app that it has with it, once you train all of your Digimon, you put them back in the phone, and then you start training more on your watch. So the watch is basically there to train new, more powerful, awesome Digimon that you get to then put in your phone and fight against things in the global like leaderboards against other people or raids for they're it's hard because everything's always in Japanese. I almost said really funny there. So you do have to have like a little bit of like a patience trying to like decode everything that's coming through.
Makes sense.
All the news and whatnot, because there's no updates for the American audience. Although they're selling it in America, it's still all in Japanese.
Does
which
make
is
me
really not that big of a problem.
Do you think they ever will localize the app for America? Because I feel like selling into America, if it does well enough, like I could foresee them making that because weirdly enough, I feel like that market's probably a lot larger than they think it is.
Oh, well, yeah. And so the thing is like they've already sold through it once and they've reopened it for a second set of orders. So this is the second time they're selling it in the US through Bandai Premium, which is how they always do pre-orders and whatnot. But this is also a product that is infinitely sold in Japan. It's not a pre-order item. It's something that they just have out on the shelf that you can continuously buy, which is how I got my watch. I just ordered it from some guy in Japan. Shipping doesn't cost very much. We live in America, which a lot of people don't realize has zero import fees. You just get your stuff. There's no tax, no nothing. You just get it sent to you. It's
working
amazing.
in logistics. It's amazing. It's like one of the few things about America that I'm always like, yes, thank you. This makes sense. Like, but yeah, that's really nice. It definitely, it's cool to think that it's going to be a living product, or it's going to be like they'll be making this basically not on
making it for a while,
not necessarily on demand, but yeah.
Yeah, you can just pick them up. They're not going up in price, which is the other thing. When I looked into other virtual pets, they're collectibles and they're expensive. Especially the Digimon ones.
Oh god, I could see that.
Tamagotchis, you can always get the newest one because those ones are continuously sold products, but until new ones release. But this is out. The only thing that's collectible is the dim cards, which look this is like the card, and
Oh,
then
they
you
look
pop
so
them out, and
cool. I
it's
saw
got a little
I saw a
card that
picture
you
of them
plug in.
online. So wait, it just like clicks into the watch, it updates, and then it's good basically.
So there is a few downsides to the watches in general. This is technically one of them. Like, it's really cool. I like this little system. It's great, but they're DRM'd, so they're unique to your watch. Once you plug them in, you can't give them to anybody else, and you have to keep them because it will ask for them after a certain amount of time of you transferring back and forth to your phone to make sure that you didn't give it to somebody else. But it's stuck to your card anyways, so
Yeah,
why is it checking?
that's
But in
weird.
case somebody figures out a way to like bypass that, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
And
that's
they're
my
like,
personal
well,
guess as
make
well.
sure it's yours. So very annoyingly, it is DRM locked to your watch specifically, which comes with the significant problem of what happens if you damage your watch. You're out the DIM cards as well. Luckily, it looks like for the Japanese market and audience, they have a hotline for that. You can call in. They'll switch your DIM cards to a new watch for you. Like, there's a system for that. Once again, Japanese only. The U.S. market
Yeah, okay.
gets screwed. But the fun thing about that is, as long as you don't mind the phone bill, you and know a little bit Japanese, you could technically go through that process yourself. But that's something that's I don't even.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't even remote.
Really
I would
speculate about.
definitely, I would die immediately trying being like, all right, I'll just buy a new watch. Most likely, I'd
Yeah.
suck it up and be like, all right, I'm into this enough. I'll just get a new watch.
That means all of your good
Don't.
Digimon
I know
that
it
you care
hurts.
about
I
will
know
be gone.
it hurts.
Well, so I mean, but as long as you put them in your app first, which is the thing, is like, once I've gotten the final Mega Evolution, or Ultimate, depending on which one you want to call it by, I was like, wait, I don't really need this in my watch anymore, so I transferred it to my phone, and that's where it's gonna live. And then I have two more rookies or child ones sitting in my watch right now that I'm raising up right now, and I'm like, so
That's
yeah,
interesting.
once you get far enough, unless you specifically want to not use the app to battle your friend, but you want to use your watch to battle your friend, then you got to put it back in your watch and battle them that way, which could be a thing.
I guess so.
But chances are you're going to use the phone app when it gets the PvP stuff in there, which is currently needing to get updated in it. They just showed off the multiplayer stuff like yesterday.
Okay.
So
Well, that's neat.
it's
That's exciting.
yeah, coming very soon.
Oh,
But the watches haven't been out very long.
one
either,
thing
so.
I've been wondering about it, can you play it without needing the watch? Like just from the phone app? Can you?
No, because the watch is where everything gets trained. So you
Got it.
need it to be in the watch to evolve. If you put it back in your phone, it stops all of its evolution timers until it goes back in the watch.
Got it.
And it only counts while it's awake because it's a virtual pet. So it needs to be awake during its awake hours, whatever that may be. They're always different. Most of them are going to be from 8 o'clock to 8 to 8 or something like that.
That makes
or
sense.
some other time, 8 or 9.
Okay.
And in that time, you then have to do a certain amount of exercises, a certain amount of battles. It also has a NFC reader, so anytime that it touches up against an NFC device, it'll start an automatic battle against you. So if
Okay.
you're out in the wild and you go next to like a train stall, where it would read like a card, it'll pick up a battle for you, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. Is any of that like in America, or is it would just be that stuff's only in Japan?
So America does have, like, if you went to the BART train system or something like that, like there's NFC cards there. So
Got it. Oh, it's
we
any.
have
Okay, it's any NFC card basically.
NFC, yeah. The way that I do it is I just use my phone.
Yeah.
'Cause my
Yeah.
phone has it, or I use my Switch. So there's ways to trigger it if you're here in the U.S. because we're not Japan. There isn't scan your card 100 times just to get down the block.
Yeah. Go up to your local vending machine to scan your card. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have all those things. But there is some places where we do, so that means when you're out and walking, you can possibly go find a place to scan for fun. But your outcome isn't exactly, it's always random, so it's not like your phone is any different than anything else. Like, honestly, you can just farm your phone all day.
Got it. Okay, that's kind of neat. That's kind of nice. Okay. Because I was wondering, I remember watching the trailer for this. I'll have a link down below that has like the trailer for it, the Japanese trailer.
The trailer's way more badass.
Dude, the
than it
trailer
actually
is
I love
sweet
it.
as hell. All right, I will agree.
Yeah.
It really is unbelievably hype, but it does show that where he goes up to like a vending machine and scans it and has the whole like random encounter thing happen, and that does seem appealing and pretty neat.
Yeah, it's a really cool little fun device toy.
It kind of reminds me of like in Pokemon Go how there's just Pokestops everywhere, where instead of where like Niantic basically went out and meticulously takes data and makes a Pokestop someplace, they were like, all right, well, if this normal occurrence happens, then it'll trigger an event, basically.
You know how Pokestops are made, right?
No, how are Pokemon stops made? Wait.
So sidetrack note. So there's another game called Ingress.
Oh, Ingress.
That came
yeah.
out a long time ago.
Yeah.
Which I used to play back when that came out. And what it is users from Ingress submit portals for that game, and with all the information and data. And then Niantic's like, oh, that's a really cool place. It is now a Pokestop.
Got it. That's smart. Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
They didn't go out and do shit. They collected all of that data from all of the users.
Niantic, you're a smart company. Look at you guys. Like, let's...
But because of that, a lot of places that didn't have Ingress players just have nothing there.
That's depressing.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people in Pokemon Go that were like, oh yeah, there's nothing of note in my town, so they didn't put a Pokestop there.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you just didn't have an Ingress player there.
That's interesting.
That's
I didn't actually know that.
So I can submit Pokestops, by the way, because my Ingress account is high enough to do that. So I can submit new portals all the time if I want.
And then you can also do that if you hit level 40 in Pokemon Go. You can also...
Oh, you can do that in Pokemon Go now?
Yeah. After you hit a certain level, they're like, all right, you've played enough that you can submit Pokestops and gyms and stuff like that, which is cool. And I know, like, if you're a business and stuff, you can also submit to become a gym or a Pokestop, which I think is a smart way to go. Especially for a while there when Pokemon Go was, like, all the craze, and you would just see people... just like throwing down lures, like buying lures and for their own stores and stuff. Pretty good.
That was a fun time. I kind of miss that.
Yeah, me too. Like the first wave of it was weird because I remember back in the day of Pokemon Go, it didn't tell you where the Pokemon was. It would just kind of give you like the steps and be like, if it's 3 foot, that means it's really close compared to having a single foot. So you just walk in directions. You're like, I'm pretty sure it's this way. And that's actually kind of neat, but at the same time now, like, I don't know. I'm glad it doesn't abuse my time as much as that would.
Yeah, I never used the finding a Pokemon feature back in the day, so I didn't even know that it changed at all.
Yeah.
If I saw it, I saw it.
Yeah, now it basically just tells you, like, hey, there's Pokemon near this Pokemon stop. And that's the easiest way to do it. I personally like it a lot because it makes more sense. You're like, okay, I want this Pokemon. It's shadowed out. It says it's at this stop. I'm just going to walk over to this stop to get it. And yeah, it just makes life a lot easier to figure things out instead of like, this Pokemon's somewhere in your general location. Good luck. And that feels like an adventure. I will agree, but I don't really necessarily have time to go do that anymore.
No, completely fair. It should. That is important to value one's time.
Yeah.
Which is... one thing I wish the watch did a little bit more.
I was going to ask about that.
But there's an upside to it. Even though that, so I have it set to real time, and each Digimon has different training times where it's like prefers it might get angry at you if you don't work out at the exact time that it wants to, or it ends up digivolving to something else because you didn't get enough vitals because you weren't doing it at the right time or whatever. But it does have a way that you can cheat that, which is just called putting the timer to when you are active.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah, you can just change the time. The only problem then is then you can't use it as a watch. I like using it as a watch.
I see what you're saying. You just set the watch to, all right, by the way.
When the watch to, it then thinks it's that. So there's no connectivity to your phone other than its NFC thing. It's not Bluetooth or anything like that. It's very basic. And hence how cheap they are.
Okay.
Because they're like $65 or whatever.
It's not
so
bad.
Yeah, there's not a lot going on inside of it, so it's very yeah. There's workarounds for you to be like, no, buddy, it is the next day. I want to evolve you quicker, but I'm not doing any of those exploits. I'm letting it do its normal thing.
I mean, that's existed in so many games for so long. Like, I mean, the latest one that comes to mind is what Animal Crossing, where people would do stonks and just basically go
Yeah, so
like
yeah.
jump forward in time to
So there are people that have completed their entire dim roster. Like they've bought every single one that's available, and they've completed every single list through them all. And I'm just like, it took me a solid week just to get one evolution line. And there's like,
oh yeah, people be cheating that
I think
system,
like
man.
6 times you go through all of them to get them all. And so it's like, I have like what is it, like 4.5 months worth of content that to play through and unlock if I continue the way that I'm going, which is the most efficient way that I have found legitimately, and they've just knocked through
Yeah,
twice as many things as I have.
dude,
It's like
that dude is
good
bulking
for
up.
you, but
All right, that dude's bulking
yeah,
up right now.
that
He's
it's
just
actually ripped.
just
But yeah, I don't want to cheat myself
yeah,
on
I
this thing.
wouldn't
I'm
either.
doing it for what it is, and so I guess on like one level, like the whole idea of like PvP and raiding and whatnot, and being good at those battles early on will, I guess, good for you. But I already have a Mega Digimon that's like the top level. I don't need to fight it with like, as long as you got one that's good, it's good enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I also feel like it's weird when you cheat yourself out of that and then you're like, now what do I do? Okay, cool. I'll just I guess wait for the next dim to come out or whatever it might be, and it's
Yeah.
you kind of just ruined so much of your time. You're like, oh man, I'm bored now, and you're like, yeah, of course you are. Like,
Yeah. I'm way invested into what I have now. Like I really like Pulsemon, the one that comes with the watch. I didn't think I would at all, which is why I bought um the Agumon and Gabumon one. And I was like, okay, I really those are the ones I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play with those and get those to their final forms and whatnot. And I'm like, I haven't even opened them.
huh.
I don't.
I know I
I'll get
saw
to
that. I was like,
those
wait a
when I'm
second,
done with
you
Pokemon.
you definitely haven't opened it yet. That's
Yeah.
cool though. I do feel like that Digimon as an IP has so many mons too, so there's gonna be plenty once they get like way down the line. So if you're on the fence right now to hop into this, it might be worth waiting until your favorite mon comes along, your favorite Digimon.
Right. The only problem is if your favorite mon is already out, which is probably unlikely
Yeah,
unless you like Gabumon and Agumon or Black Agumon and Black Gabumon. Those are probably like the most fan favorite things that are out right now.
I could see that.
Those will be worth money very shortly because they already are going up in price, and they'll just continue to go up in price because the dims aren't eternal. Those
No.
sell, and then they're coming out with the new ones and the new ones and the new ones. So if you want the old ones, you have to pick them up when they're coming out. And I'm guessing the runs for like the newest ones might get cheaper too if not everybody's buying every dim ever. Who
Yeah.
knows how big the
Have
print
they
runs are?
I mean, have they said anything like they're not ever gonna reprint old Mon or old
No,
Digimon
they
or anything?
haven't.
So
That's I do hope
potentially,
that they do.
so
Yeah,
potentially they could do.
yeah,
Okay.
because there's some that are that were exclusive to a special edition watch, which you can still buy for $75. But if you want to buy it without buying that watch, it's like a $200 dim.
Yeah.
Which is the Vmon, which is I really want Vmon, but I'm not gonna buy a whole new watch to get him. I'm not. It's $75 to buy
a beautifully
one
colored,
Digimon.
a beautifully colored watch, might I add. So I don't know, man.
Oh, that special edition watch is hideous.
Oh my god.
But okay, so the community behind this is gigantic, and if you go on Etsy right now, you can buy varianted watch strap connectors to use traditional watches or just new watch stuff in general or new faceplates. Essentially, if you want it, it's out there and it's being made. Dim card holders that I've already ordered for myself. Like there's a huge community that's building stuff for this to make it better and also aesthetically and otherwise. And yeah, I'm a part of a Discord that's like I forget his name. It's just if you start looking into it, you'll find a whole bunch of content creators. But maybe we'll post a link to them down below. But a giant Discord, which is just solidly active for every virtual pet you can imagine.
That's so cool.
And they're just like every day that I open it, it's like just in the virtual bracelet category, it's like 200 300 messages unread. I'm
Damn.
like, I don't care what day they all said, but it's just the fact that they're in there talking constantly, and it's always about the product too. With people being like, oh no, this isn't product related, you go to this tab, and it's like, yeah, it's buzzing.
That's cool. I mean, it does seem like a fun new way to, like, I don't know, get exercise, battle some stuff. It does give me the Pokemon Go feel, if just in watch form, basically, and not necessarily like just a smartphone app.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder if Pokemon could ever do anything like this. That was the other thing about all this when this was coming out. I was like, is Pokemon going to like realize what Digimon's doing? He's going to be like, by the way, we're doing a Pokemon watch. It's like, God damn it, Pokemon.
I would think, yeah, why not? But
I'm walking around with like 3 watches.
The are so different. Yeah. I don't know. Like, this is still, like I said, it doesn't feel fully realized at all from Digimon at all. But at the same time, like, I could see where this could go, or even how somebody else could adapt it and make it amazing. I don't know. I hope it goes somewhere.
I think it's a cool idea. I definitely like the watch aspect. I wish in some ways that they had just made it like a phone app basically, and then allowed you to buy the watch, basically kind of like a Pokemon Go Plus sort of thing. Maybe even give you a more benefit for using the watch, but then your friends who are like, oh, I don't want to buy a $65 watch, or I don't like watches, or whatever it might be, keeping you on the fence from getting a watch, like it would allow them to then join in and play and battle and all of that. I think they kind of isolated themselves by turning it into a watch instantaneously.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's a gimmick, it's a toy, and it is not a thing that was made for everybody, which is in a way is kind of cool. The fact
it is
that
kind of cool. Like, yeah. To me, it feels like a cooler Fitbit. Like if you wanted to get like a Fitbit, like you might as well get a Digimon watch, because that sounds way sweeter. All right, you got to level up. You got to take care of this thing. I mean.
There's people that have used it next to their Fitbit just to see how off it is, and it's like it rarely tracks your heart correctly. Sometimes it will perfectly, and then the other problem is like its step counter. It was like an extra 1,000 steps on the Digimon watch over a normal Fitbit.
Well, let's go. It even makes you feel better about yourself. Thanks, Digimon.
Yeah.
Give me those extra steps. I appreciate that.
So it's definitely off.
Okay,
An easy way to say. Like at the end of the day, it is a toy, but it doesn't matter as long as it's getting you to do what it's trying to get you to do.
Yeah, exactly. Get you up, exercise, get you out of the house. Yeah. Which is sweet.
Which, of course, you don't have to if you don't want to.
No, I mean,
anybody can cheat themselves. But
yeah. Could you just sit there and shake it? Is that like how it's tracking?
You could.
Okay.
Yeah, you could totally cheat yourself. You could just be there. Well, it will ask you if you're for your heartbeat every now and then, and if it's not doing that, it doesn't give you the vitals for it.
Ah, okay. Because it's like, hey, I can tell that you're just shaking me. Your heart rate's not high enough to be moving. You're dying. Stop dying.
The vitals are more rated off of your heartbeat than it is.
Oh, okay.
Your steps. But there is missions that need steps, and those are the things that you can farm by just shaking.
Got it. Okay. Making sense.
But the fact that it's not reading your heartbeat all the time correctly means that it's not always giving your vitals correctly.
Which sucks if that's
Yeah, so I fulfilled every requirement to get the Digimon that I wanted, except for my vitals. So luckily, in the phone, when you transfer them there's a ton of different things that you can give your Digimon, like different items and whatnot, that can increase the vitals, just in case you aren't
able to get around as much. Yeah,
for whatever reason you weren't able to achieve what you're supposed to. There's some things that you can mitigate by using the app, which is cool.
How do you get those items? Is it just like collecting them by doing missions or stuff like that?
Yeah, all the missions that you do, you'll collect items over time just by transferring what you have to the app and back. And then also there's just a giant market on there, which you can just buy stuff for a couple of coins, and you get coins thrown at you constantly.
Okay.
So it's and also all the items that you have, you can sell back for coins. So there's
nice.
Like the most expensive item in there is an item that only increases your evolution timer by 10 minutes, which is completely useless. But it's worth an astronomical amount of coins. Enough coins that you wouldn't need anything else.
It's like, why would I? I'm gonna sell this. Like, I don't.
Yes, constantly. The moment you see that pop up in your inventory, you sell it.
Yeah, okay.
Because are you really so impatient that you can't wait 10 minutes?
No, right? That
Longer
doesn't
for
seem
an
like
evolution?
yeah.
Yeah, it's so niche of an application. It's for that one person that's like grinding exponentially hard.
Yeah, exactly. Wants to be
And
first. Well, wants to be world first to get whatever
yeah,
it is. Yeah.
and all good for that person. The fact that there's an item for that person that costs an ass ton, and they can turbo grind.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's no microtransactions in the app. So
I was gonna
it
ask, like, is there a way to buy coins right now?
not right now. I'm assuming that's gonna happen at some point.
I will assume that as well. Yeah. I mean, if it doesn't, then that's a weird market not to tap. But good on you,
Yeah.
Bandai. I think is this made by Bandai? Who's making the watch?
So
Yeah.
Bandai Premium
I know
is
it's
distributing it. I don't know who's making it.
yeah. Okay.
I'm assuming Bandai, right? Because they own the rights to Digimon.
They own the rights
So,
to Digimon. Yeah.
But no, even if they do enter an app, so Pokemon, it's easy to run out of coins and run out of Pokeballs.
Oh
and all
yeah,
the things
that
like
shit
in
sucks.
Pokemon. But in this game, all the items that you need for your stuff are to an excess. I have no way that I would ever understandably use up everything.
Yeah.
Nor has I know anybody else that is.
I've noticed in Pokemon Go, at least, it's hard to run out of the items you need. You more are buying space and things like that. And truthfully, I guess the only item that you do run out a lot is if you're doing remote raids nowadays, because everyone's stuck inside and all of that. So I could see that's the other one. But like Pokeballs or any of the
very mobile in Pokemon Go, which means you are next to a bunch of spinning areas all the time.
True, I guess, yeah.
Wasn't a lot, so back in the day, I'd run out of Pokeballs all the time.
Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Yes, there are people who, and also just think about towns that have like
nothing, yeah,
5 stops in total, and
they're
really far apart from each other.
I always heard
I've
like
been to those places many times, and it sucks.
I always heard like nightmare stories of like, yeah, I have a Pokemon that I've put in a gym for the past like month, and no one plays in my town, so no one can kill my Pokemon and knock it out. It's like, yeah, I guess at that point you got to go make another account just so you can knock yourself out to get coins. So depressing though.
Yeah, it's a thing. I mean, it's a very likely thing with those type of games.
Raids are definitely the most like costly thing. I remember I was probably putting about $20 a month into Pokemon Go just because our friend group was going off and doing so many raids as we were doing. And you only get one a day. So if your friends want to go do 10, it's like, oh, come on, you guys. Like, I don't have 10 raid passes. You can maybe do 2. But if you do 2 that day, then you can't do 1 the next day. Oh, wait, no, you just couldn't do 1 the day prior. But even still, like, yeah.
It's definitively, it is our friend group that got me into paying for raid passes one day. So it was just like, well, if this is literally all that we're doing today, I'm not going to be the one not doing the thing that everybody else is doing.
It sucks, too, because it's like the Pokemon behind it are usually like legendaries or sweet Pokemon, and you see your friends getting them, you're like, I hate you guys. You guys are going to really make me spend $20 right now to hang out with you. I see how it is. There's definitely been days where I gave up early. Like when I went to free to play, I went free to play for quite a bit. And man, it would just suck. We'd go out on raid days and I would do the first 2 and then I'd just follow everybody around for the rest of it. And it's like, you just see people getting shiny legendaries or like whatever. And you're like, I know I could put money in right now and I could be that kid. I see how it is, Niantic.
Yep. No, it's our friend group is the worst for that.
Oh man, now we just gotta get everybody watches next. That's
there. Yep. I mean, and that is my problem right now is I am playing this completely solo, which is luckily enough, everything that they have is really designed for you to be on your own.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that if it's like a fitness app anyways. So if that's like the forefront of it, you would think that it would be more like tailored to the solo experience.
Yeah, it's not made. There's nothing special about fighting your friends. It's really there's no real reason necessarily to do it unless you want to try and kill your friend's Digimon for fun or something like that. But it doesn't mean that I don't want to try and do it.
If you kill your friend's Digimon, do they die? Is this like no holds bar, like battle royale shit, where it's like, no, you're losing this Digimon if we go into this ring right now? Because that actually sounds...
Only if you're a bad trainer, but yes, you can permanently lose Digimon.
Oh god, that sounds so baller. Like, you're like, all right, we're gonna do battles until one of us loses a Digimon right here. Oh my god, dude. That makes for some weird reason. I'm like, all right, maybe. Like,
if you lose 4 battles in a day, your Digimon will flat out die.
Oh god.
If you lose 3 fights after your Digimon is injured, it will die. If you left it in your watch for 24 hours without ever using it, like you just left it on the counter and it's the active Digimon, because it's neglected for 24 hours, it will die.
Dude.
So there's a few handful of death scenarios. It's easier to keep this alive though than a normal virtual pet.
Oh, I could see
that. It doesn't need to be fed and it doesn't take a crap on the counter.
Okay.
So
I was actually going to ask about that.
All the gimmicky stuff.
Yeah, that's right. I kind of like that. Weirdly enough,
I'm more for it. I don't need to do all that stuff. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't like to have like a realized virtual pet, but I don't like the virtual pets that exist currently.
Yeah.
But there's a big contention in the community of a lot of people being like, well, I'm a virtual pet enthusiast. This isn't really a virtual pet because it doesn't have those gimmicks. Whatever. To each their own. Everybody can have their own thing. I like this for what it is.
Yeah, I feel like it respects your time more. And nowadays, for me at least, like knowing that I don't have to care about this thing as much, which is fine. Like I'm probably gonna still care about it because like I'm easily attached to stupid things like this. But just to know that if I was working too much or something like that, something hectic happened that day, as long as I was wearing it and moving around, like it would be okay. And even if I finally got home at the end of the day and I still like went out and did something with it, it would still be okay. Where it's like your normal virtual pet, I mean, you neglect that thing for even a little bit and now you feel like it's gonna die, it's getting sick, this thing's like,
because it will.
Yeah, it will.
Probably. Yeah, no, it's pretty foolproof. The only downside is if you're not doing enough, you get the crappy evolution. But because so many people want to complete all the evolution lines, that's actually a good thing some days.
Yeah.
Be lazy.
Yeah, you gotta be lazy at least once. Which is kind of neat.
Be lazy at least once 1 week in order to unlock the bad evolutions.
I like how the evolutions are based on basically your effort into training this thing, which is sweet. That's such a cool way to handle it, I feel.
No, I really like it.
Yeah. I'm definitely close. Yeah. Dude, comments. All right, to everybody, viewers, should I get a watch, you guys?
Yes.
Let's go.
Do it.
Jay's just gonna make 50 accounts. All right, like.
Why did we get a huge spike in viewers?
Yeah,
today?
why is there so many comments that are going down that are saying Bear needs to get a watch?
Yeah, Bear needs a watch. Says Bear needs a watch.
Dude, that would be baller. If someone makes Bear needs a watch, I'd be so proud of us.
Yeah, I'm not the most unique with names. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's totally understandable. I just love the thought though too, where it's like, all right, viewers, can you decide this thing? I'm like, oh wait, no, I know viewers are gonna say already. Like, maybe I guess I'm gonna have to get a watch, Jay.
Good.
I guess, okay, if you guys are choosing my watch too, what color should we get? Should we get the terrible colored, like the special edition one, the black one, or the white band? Like, all right, choose for me. Pick my fate.
Get the nuclear yellow is honestly like it's hideous, but if you're willing to spend extra money to get the extra
I mean,
stuff to make it
was like
watch,
$10.
fine.
Oh, I mean, sure. I would rock that color. Are you kidding me? I would walk around with that.
You would rock it.
100%.
I mean, then you get Vmon.
I know.
Is, you know, like that's dope. You can kick my ass upside down, left and right with a Imperial Dramon.
Imperial Dramon. I always love how Digimon full sends the, all right, Mon's at the end of all of our things. All right, screw Pokemon. Pokemon, they all have individual names. No, we have individual names, but they all end in Mon.
I think there's 3 different ones that I know of that don't actually end in mon.
Holy shit! They broke the cycle. No.
Yeah, it's very rare, but there is. So
I lied. No, I lied. No.
Somebody's gonna dispute me really heavily here, but technically, Jedi is a Digimon.
Huh? Really?
And he's not. Yeah. So that somebody in the comments will fight me with that. Most likely, I'm pretty sure that's the controversial one, but. And then other people would be like, Yggdrasil is maybe not technically a Digimon because it's the host computer that holds everything.
Okay.
But it's sentient and alive. It's a Digimon. Screw off.
Then sounds close, yeah.
And then there's a actual Digimon that is not named Mon at the end, and can't remember what it is right now, but I'll get back to that some other day.
Yeah.
So
we'll have a Digimon rant at some point, because I would love to catch up on Digimon again. It's been so long.
I wish the new season was good.
Yeah.
I tried my hardest.
I definitely.
It is not what I'm looking for, and that makes me sad.
Yeah. Well, you'll always have the old stuff, so that'll always.
I went into it so hard, hoping it was good. Like I watched the first 6 episodes.
I remember
and
that.
I was just like the whole time we're like, and then after that, I was just like, no, it was crap the whole time.
You just start crying. Yeah, you're like still there. You're just crying as you watch every episode past that.
but maybe it will be good. Maybe what they're doing is this, and so that will be good. No, it just never is.
Dude, episode 153, dude. It's gonna be a rocker. It's gonna be such a banger.
I mean, it's the equivalent to Teen Titans Go to Teen Titans to me.
Like it's okay, all right. That makes more sense. That analogy makes a lot of sense. That sucks. That sucks in so many ways. Weirdly enough, I like Teen Titans Go. Fight me, all right? But
you're awful.
No, okay. I like it, but not to replace Teen Titans, if that makes sense. Like,
right.
It sucks that Teen Titans had to die to make Teen Titans Go. I don't like that. All right, I hate that. That's dumb. But since Teen Titans Go exists and I've watched a bunch of it, sure, it has its moments. It's not like it's absolute trash. I needed someone to eat my cereal and watch stuff, all right? I didn't always have on demand watch whatever I want. Like sometimes I had to watch normal TV.
Damn.
Dude, and Cartoon Network, that's like all Cartoon Network is in the morning is basically Teen Titans Go, and I can't remember what else, but there's like a couple other shows. Oh man.
Well, so since I was 18, I have never paid for cable television.
Damn, really?
So it's just I don't.
There's nothing know that there. World of stuff
all right,
out there. It's basically dead. It's so sad. Like I watch mainly Food Network. Weirdly enough, that's like the only shows I ever watch. And nowadays they're all dying too. All my favorite shows of those are like either ended or moved on to something else. And yeah, I barely watch cable. I only really turn on cable because it's in our kitchen. And I'm sitting there making food, and we have a TV in there, so I'll turn it on when I'm making food. I could cast something to that TV, but at the same time, that takes more effort. By the time I cast it to the TV, I'm done making food, and I'm already in the living room. So it's like, I don't know. It's cable. I don't think needs to exist anymore, and I think it just needs to die. Basically, I'm sorry, cable companies. I know you wanted to sponsor us at some point. But like it's getting to the point where you guys just need to lay down and move on.
That's interesting. I think you have cable. Like we do something that I didn't expect somebody in my generation to have.
Well, it's bundled with everything that we have basically. So we have like phone, TV, and it basically came with our fiber. So they're like, yeah, you want TV? I can't even remember how much more. I'm pretty sure we could save money potentially by getting rid of it, but. I mean, something my parents watch too, so I'm not the only one that uses it. But
right. So, I mean, whenever somebody's like, "Oh, my parents are around," and then I'm like, "Yeah, that makes sense." The dinosaurs need their.
Because agreed. I mean, if it was just me at my house, yeah, I don't think I'd pay for cable, or at least any sort of TV service, because you can get it all on demand for cheaper by basically subscribing to all the like different stuff. The problem now.
Also, who wants all of those things anyways? Like, I don't think there's somebody out there who legitimately wants every service.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with that. And I think the other thing that's weird too is there's nothing that I can think of that's airing specifically on TV that is not airing anywhere else for you to go watch.
Yeah.
If that existed still, I think TV maybe that would make sense. Sports is literally the only thing, but you can get sports services now that allow you to watch live sports. So
ESPN is a part of the Digimon, or not Digimon. No,
the Digimon network.
Sorry,
Let's
Disney
go.
owns everything.
Yeah, Disney owns everything. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
you can't escape our Mickey overlord. All right, he's coming for you. Please sponsor us, Mickey. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God,
Disney sponsorship? I don't know, man.
I mean, sure, I'll take that one actually.
Yeah, sure. Mando, I would love to get free Mando. Are you kidding me? That sounds legit. Disney definitely is buying like everything. What the hell? Holy shit. Now that I'm like thinking about it, like they bought Fox. They're like picking up everything slowly but surely. They're gonna own or Disney's gonna be like,
They've been trying to buy our childhood for years.
Yeah. And they're doing pretty good. They're definitely getting. Oh man. Yeah, they got Marvel? Holy shit. Dude, speaking of Marvel, you watched the Venom trailer? I know we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, the Venom trailer looks freaking dope.
Yeah, I'd agree actually.
I watched the Venom trailer or the first Venom movie not that long ago, just so that way I could be like, "Yo, what's up with it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm actually super down for this." I didn't think it'd be something I was into, but I am. I'm totally down.
I feel like Venom was surprisingly good. Yeah, it's not a bad movie. It's what it is. It's an action superhero movie. And I get like Venom's kind of a weird anti-hero in a lot of ways. He's known as a villain, and I guess he is a villain. And I feel like they kind of are trying to make him non-villainy a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, like it's but kind of
But at the same time, I wonder if they'll take that direction more at some point. Okay, you think they're gonna put Spider-Man in?
So I mean, that was the basis of the franchise initially, was the fact that they couldn't have Spider-Man. So that's the way it went the way it went. Now that they could, I don't know if they will.
Yeah, right.
I don't think so. But I mean, we know that he's fighting Carnage in the next one.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm pretty sure that's all it's going to be. Which is a weird problem for me. So the first one is him fighting a symbiote.
Yes, another symbiote.
So we're getting part 2 symbiote rematch.
Well, this one's named Carnage. And it's Carnage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the other one was named too.
I can't remember. Was the other one actually like canonic in Marvel lore though, or was it just something they made for the movie?
I'm not
I've
big
never
enough.
Seen
him before.
Yeah, I'm not a big enough Venom fan.
A lot of the symbiotes, I've never seen that symbiote.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I've only known of like 6 of them, and this one wasn't one that I remember out of those.
That's what makes me feel like they wanted to do like a Carnage, or they wanted to do one of the named symbiotes, but they couldn't, so they just made one up. That does happen a lot. Did you see the new Mortal Kombat?
I think that happened. Huh?
Did you see the new Mortal Kombat?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, you should watch that at some point so we can talk about it, because yeah, that'd be a fun one to bring up too. That was it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. It was a Mortal Kombat movie. So you get what you expect.
So
yeah, no, I'll agree.
I feel, but there's so much stuff I need to watch. Like, there's not I'm just backlogged on even all the anime that I need to watch.
Me too. Oh my god! Now that I'm starting Gridman
from last season.
Yeah.
You just started Gridman, which is great. Because did you get to the current episode of?
I did. I got up to the newest one. And I started it, but then I didn't watch it for some reason. And then we talked about it, and you're like, "Don't watch it just yet. You need to watch Gridman."
Go watch Gridman. Yes.
So you guys go watch Gridman if you haven't watched it.
Everybody go watch Gridman. Yeah, me and Katie just.
I'm basically about to binge it.
That way, they would. Yeah, so they would know what was going on. And I was like.
Yeah, I'm out this whole weekend, but I'm definitely gonna when I get back gonna binge it hardcore. Right now I'm watching Don't Mess With Me, Miss Nagatoro. Oh man, pretty good. I have to say. That's an anime. No. It's one of those that like I don't know. It's always weird recommending certain animes because it's like I don't know where your boundaries are for anime and what like you would be like, oh, this is terrible or like whatever. But
I
it's
can't believe the amount of people who are enjoying it.
it's
That's
funny.
I when it got announced that it was getting an anime, I was just like, I've read this manga. This isn't for everyone.
No,
And
yeah.
apparently it's for way more people than I ever thought it was.
Well, it's weird
Which
because
says so much about everybody.
I feel like the main character, for me at least, he's not like 100% relatable, but like I was the nerdy kid who like I didn't have necessarily all that many friends, didn't interact with girls all that much, and it feels like some of the times of the way he's acting, I'm like, I feel you, man. I'm like, man. You just
I've seen this happen.
Oh.
I've never been in this situation, but I've seen a girl bully the ever living piss out of a boy that they've liked and
they
ended
actually
up
like,
dating.
yeah.
And it was just, but
yeah, spoilers. She bullies the shit out of this kid, and if you're not into like seeing that, it is pretty hard. It definitely she goes in on this kid pretty damn hard.
In such a obviously like real way. It's not some fictional bullying. It's real something that could get somebody to tear up.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. As I said, it's one of those animes where I just don't know if I would recommend it to everybody. I definitely wouldn't recommend it to everybody, but I don't know who to recommend it to, if that makes sense. Because
if it's your thing, you'll find it.
I recommended it to one of my friends, and it was so funny because we basically didn't go like fully know. I didn't fully know. I know you recommended the anime or the manga to watch to read at some point. I'm dying. So I was like, okay, I know that this is getting an anime adaptation. I've heard that it's pretty good. Let's try it out. And we sat there and we watched the first episode. And after the first episode, we're like, do we like this? I think we like this. This is weird. Like, what does it say about myself to like this so much to now start watching it and more? I don't know. But if you like, if you can handle watching someone get bullied and know that it's that person's doing it because they really like this, because that's the thing that happens in adolescence where you're like, oh, I'm going to bully someone. I actually like this person, but I'm going to be mean to them, even though you think that's like counterintuitive to liking that person. But
I mean, I don't even think it's necessarily always self-evident. I don't think people go in it being like, I'm going to do this.
No,
they
true,
just do it.
true, yeah.
Which, yeah, I don't, you know.
It's cute. It weirdly enough, it has its cute moments. It definitely has a couple moments there too where I'm like, this is so real. They do these characters so well.
Because
oh my god.
at the end of the day, she's not actually trying to hurt him.
No.
Completely. Like she pulls back when she needs to.
Yeah. Or like even when it goes too far, accidentally or purposeful or whatever it is, you can tell that she's like, oh shit, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
You were supposed to stop, or like this wasn't supposed to happen in this way. Like it's pretty good. It's definitely pretty good.
It's cute and it's terrible step on me way.
yeah 100%. It definitely, that step on me has grown a lot. I feel like since Resident Evil 8 or whatever, I think it's 8. Yeah, Resident Evil 8's come out.
Yeah, Resident Evil 8.
Yeah. Tall lady, step on me, please. That was everywhere on the internet, man.
Oh, you think it started? It's been around.
Oh, I know, but it just everyone I knew was somehow sharing that, and I'm like, damn, dude, I got a lot more people who want to be stepped on by a really tall vampire lady than I thought I did in my feed. I'm over here like, I mean, sure, like,
it's not my thing, but sure.
No, exactly. It's like, this isn't my thing really, but go for it, you guys. Full send. I'm proud of all of you. I know part of you are doing it for the meme, but you know deep down inside the majority of you wanted to get stepped on by a giant vampire lady.
Yeah, or at least at the middle ground is more people are into the getting controlled every now and then aspect of it.
Yeah, I could see that. No, that's true. Yeah. Man, that game
Somebody
does
dominating you.
I need to hop on that game. Everyone's playing that game right now. I see my whole feed is just inundated with people playing Resident Evil 8. It's weird when a new big title comes out. That's basically what happens to a lot of the majority of the people I watch. They're like, all right, big new title. We're all going to play it. And I'm over here like, I used to be in the bandwagon to want to play it for everybody. And now I'm like, I think I'm gonna play it myself. Like, I don't know why. I don't need to jump in that pool of
Yeah,
playing the newest
I
Resident
get
Evil
that.
game for all of you. I'm gonna actually enjoy this one. It's weird being a streamer or a content creator and trying to get out of the mindset that you have to stream something in order to play it. Because I was in that mindset for a really long time. Anytime a new game came out that I was interested in, I would stop me from trying it because I wanted to get that initial reaction, or I wanted to get like, oh
Right.
yeah, this is me playing it for the first time and you guys get all see it, because that seems genuine. It definitely seems better than like, oh yeah, I've been playing it for a while myself. Let me now play this horror game. Oh, I know when this jump scare happens, or whatever it might
Yeah,
be.
of course.
Um,
Then
but I've let
you
a
want to get that novelty.
yeah, exactly. I let a lot of games go to the wayside though. Like one that comes to mind instantly is Hades. Like I really need to play that game. That looks like
Oh
right up
yeah.
my alley of styles of games. I love Supergiant. Like I liked Bastion, and I can't think. Oh, Transistor. I also like Transistor.
Yeah, those aren't really my style of games too much.
Yeah,
Transistor looked like something I'd play, maybe Bastion, possibly, but ultimately, like Hades is not something I want to play.
yeah. I mean, it's not for not for everybody,
Yeah,
but
they're
they
not
are
my
fun.
my shtick.
Yeah, roguelikes for me in general are something I don't usually play. The last roguelike I played was definitely Binding of Isaac, but
Same here, and
other than that,
that's
like, yeah, I
yeah.
haven't really played a lot. Oh, I guess Loop Hero is technically a roguelike. That's a weird roguelike
Yeah,
though.
haven't played that.
It's fun.
No,
You
I
just
don't
let the
play
game run.
roguelikes.
You hope to God that you get the things you need. It's pretty nice. Or you just break it. Like I've seen like one of our friends, like he completely maxed out like absolutely everything. And I'm like, damn, dude. All right. I suck at games.
Very rarely do I ever want to like get so good at a game anymore. That was a
Yeah.
young me thing. It's like I'm gonna master this. No, I'm not anymore.
Same. We went.
I
I
There's nothing to get out of it.
It's so funny. Like I used to be really good at shooters. Like that was my thing.
Mhm.
That was
Same.
100% Counter Strike. That was my game. You would come play like 1.6 Source, CS:GO, whatever it might be. I was pretty damn good. And I was like pretty good going into Valorant when Valorant came out. We were in beta. I was carrying, doing really great. Haven't played a shooter in super long now. We went back and played Valorant like last week or something, and I was getting so rage filled. I was like, holy shit, I am just trash. I am terrible. People on my team were not helping, all right, with the whole non making me rage thing by telling me I suck
Yeah.
and I'm like the worst player and all this other stuff. Man, it just made me realize I think I might be too old to play shooters. Might not be my thing anymore to go get yelled at by younger kids than me that are like,
Oh man.
oh,
Yep. Nope.
oh
Not
man.
not my thing.
Because
I'm
part of me
good.
was like, I need to now play this solely and get good again. And I was like, don't do that to yourself. Like, oh man. I think,
Yeah.
is there any game that looks to be coming out soon that you're excited for?
Pokemon Arceus in 2022.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
No.
I'm really looking forward to Diablo 2 Resurrected, because I was a huge
Dude,
Diablo fan.
Fuck Diablo.
Oh,
So
shit.
this is the thing that I hate the most is the idea that a single word can be
Oh,
trademarked.
oh.
So
I-
Sky has done this in the past. The Sky News Network did this like when No Man's Skies came out. They sued the ever living piss out of them because No Man's Sky is too close to the word sky, and it's like, yeah, it has it in there, you fucking assholes. So Diablo is now a trademark, is a word that's being trademarked, and everybody else who's used it elsewhere can't use it anymore.
Yeah, I actually saw
And they're
this.
suing people for it.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
No, that is dumb.
Super hard. You're assholes. I hate you. No, it's you. If there's a combination of unique words, sure, or the word itself is completely unique, sure. But just Diablo or a single word, and especially because Diablo is just Spanish word for devil, like, go suck one. Like,
Yeah. No, I
You
mean,
don't have
it's
a right to that word. I
it's
know legally you technically are because you got the trademark for it. I hate you now. That's all you've accomplished.
yeah, I think it's weird when you think that something else is going to affect your branding enough that it'll people will get confused or whatever it might be. Like you have such a big ego that that's what you're afraid of happening with your IP basically, which is I don't know. I definitely think that doesn't make sense. I will 100%
No.
agree with you there. I'm still going to play
Yeah.
Diablo 2 because I nostalged and I played the shit out of that game and I am excited for it.
Yeah,
But
and you have a phone.
yeah. Oh, I do have a phone. That's true. I will be playing Immortals
But
as well.
uh,
But I
no,
get
screw the
you.
company.
I get you. I
Yeah,
mean,
screw the company. I'm good.
Blizzard 100% is always on the fence for everything they do cuz they're
Nah,
yeah.
screw Blizzard. Full send at this point for me. There's no redeem.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Ah,
I don't want to touch anything Blizzard. That type of stuff is so. I don't. I believe in copyright and trademark and all these things, but I believe that it's broken and it needs fixed, and it's because shitty people like this.
yeah. As I said,
Send.
I mean, I will agree that it sucks that they
Yeah.
do this. It sucks like when they basically like bend the knee to China or any of that other stuff like
Stuff
with
like
the
that,
all the
yeah.
stuff that happened with Hearthstone and
Mhm.
everything like that. Like
Oh,
Blizzard
yeah.
Blizzard is a
There's
company
ton
is
of things that Blizzard has done.
yeah, they've done some really shitty shit, and I will agree. Like it. I don't necessarily want to support Blizzard for making Diablo 2 resurrected, but it sucks that it is part of my childhood, and it's the only way that I'm going to replay this, and I am excited for it. Like I can't turn that off if that makes any sense. And I mean, I'm here. I'm not trying to like justify. I'm trying to justify why I'm gonna give Blizzard money, I guess, is what I'm trying to say to you. Jay, don't hate me. I'm going to give Blizzard some money for this game, and I'm gonna play it a lot. All right?
If you support all of that terrible stuff, good for you.
God damn it! No,
You know?
that's how it comes.
Different opinions in the world is perfectly fine.
All right,
You know,
all right.
Hitler had his ideals and people follow him.
Yeah, it's pretty real.
That's a bad joke.
I know. God damn it, Jay! No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it sucks. It definitely sucks when like your nostalgia or games that you played as a kid or things that you like are ruined by a company after years of like.
This is why the Pokemon company is great.
This is why the Pokemon company have they done anything? Is there like any is there any shady like skeletons in Pokemon or in a
No, they've donated to LGBTQ friendly areas. They've supported minorities. They've tons of charity work. They're legit. They're the biggest corporation out there, and they're nothing but legit.
They're the largest IP. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Dude,
they
good on you,
China.
Pokemon. Everyone should strive to be Pokemon.
Yeah. The one thing that they've done
Oh shit.
wrong,
Oh fuck. It's coming out.
is so when translating their game over to Chinese, they refuse to or they this isn't really something wrong, but they only make Mandarin translations or something like this, and it was a thing for a while where they were foregoing all of the extra languages that are there.
Oh, weird.
And not separating Taiwan and things like that. But they don't support every language ever. It's something that people have brought up in the past, and I don't really agree with all of their complaints. But if somebody really wanted to like get in the weeds and be like conspiracy style and being like, oh well, they didn't do this one thing at this one time with these one people and this other things, and it's like maybe they just don't fucking care.
Guess we gotta cancel Pokemon, man.
Yeah,
we were so close.
It's such a down their weave of like they don't have this one language, and it's like
it feels like grasping at straws. I will agree with that because I literally can't. I can't think of anything personally. I'm trying to think if there was anything Pokemon Go related that was weird, but that would probably fall on Niantic more than it does Pokemon Company anyways, but
probably. But no, they stand by everything that they do, and they don't bend to anybody, and they don't sue. Well, so people will be like, well, they stopped me from making my fan game. Yeah, you're literally copying their stuff. They're gonna support their IP. That's legit. That's what that's there for.
Yeah. If you're trying to
protect.
Yeah.
Pokemon's a unique name.
If you used Pocket or Monsters in a thing, they're not going to try to come after you for using Pocket or Monsters. Yeah. It's like when Candy Crush was trying to like copyright the word candy. Yeah.
Which they succeeded at.
Really? I actually
King Corporation
I didn't think King
owns
actually
the word
got
candy.
that.
They own the word Saga. They own
oh, that's right, because they tried to sue Banner Saga for having Saga in their name. I remember that. Did they win that lawsuit?
Dozen companies. So the thing that they did is they found the oldest game with Saga in the name, and they bought it because copyright is from the time that it was first used forward, and so they have the rights to that game now, simply so they can retroactively own all the words.
Such a weird.
Saga's been used in.
Yeah,
fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm cursing a lot in this episode, but that is like
frick on you. No.
Yeah. I don't mean to be cursing a lot, but it is impressively bold.
No,
like,
it's dumb. It's dumb.
No, you can't do this.
It just doesn't make sense to do a word and then care about that enough to then attack people with it. Basically, that's the dumb part. Like, yeah,
and maybe you could be like, I chose a single word, therefore people can't choose the single word. But if they add something extra onto it, my rebuttal to Sky versus No Man's Sky, that is two very obviously different things. Nobody's confusing the video game for the news network.
Yeah.
Screw off.
Yeah, you know what happened with the Diablo thing, right? You know why that came out?
Character.
Yeah, there was a character in, I guess, some TV show. It's a dog, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And it made me realize, has Diablo never been used in media besides Diablo? And I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
It has.
Yeah, it has.
It's not in the U.S. trademark, because who's going to trademark a freaking word?
Well, it doesn't make sense that, to me, like, this is coming out now, because Diablo, I've heard that elsewhere in other content and stuff, and it's like, why did you attack this dog? What did this dog do to you, you guys?
Because the way that you file for trademarks, they have to protect and fight everything currently going up, so that they can resolve it.
That makes me wonder though. Did that company try to trademark Diablo and then just couldn't? Is that something that went down?
No. They just use it. So when you are filing for a trademark, you have to find all examples that are infringing on you and immediately fight them. Because if you own a trademark and you don't fight people with that trademark, you forfeit it.
So okay, well then that makes a little more sense and makes me feel a little bit more okay with that. Sucks.
That's a single word.
No, I get it, but I'm trying to say it's like, I guess if you have a franchise based around that single word and then you lose that and other people can now start making franchises based on that single word, like, wouldn't that be fucked up? Like,
so
if, like, let's say you lapsed on making the game Diablo, like, you didn't fight it, you lost your trademark, some dude came around and made Diablo, like, and now you're screwed because you didn't fight off some thing, basically, that it more sounds like the trademark system and all of that is fucked up, which I mean, it sounds like it is. Like, I don't know law. All right, I'm not a lawyer, you guys.
So
I could never be a lawyer. I am dumb. So this would be I would be like sitting there like, this is dumb. So
yeah, I mean, and that's what I was saying is, like, the system is screwed up, but they're also overreaching.
Okay. Well, if they're like going beyond than what they need to, sure, that makes sense. Like, I'm
also, they don't have the right to that word in the first place. There are other places where it's been used.
Yeah,
Digimon has like Diablomon. It's
dude, I mean,
Digimon that's existed for years. Screw off.
I mean, Diablo is such a common word to, like.
It is. That's why it's your fault for naming your game Diablo. Like,
yeah,
I don't think you own the right to that word. I'm just like flat out. That's how I think the law should work. I know that's not how it works, but I believe that's how it should be. If it's a single non-unique word, get bent. It's your own fault.
Well, I think it makes sense from a franchise standpoint if, like, you could make it so that no one else can make a Diablo game, right? You can name characters Diablo, you can do whatever you want with the name Diablo, but someone can't just go and make Diablo. And just because that's why I feel like copyright exists, is to stop people from confusing your
copyright
brand and
trademark,
things
two
like
different
that.
things.
Okay, trademark then
Yeah.
they basically, you don't want, you're building a brand, you're building an image, and you don't want someone to come who is basically a normie who doesn't understand, and you don't want them to get confused between these two things and think, oh, like this person made this because they clearly have close enough names and things like that. Like, because that even happens at our work. Like, I get fucking support emails being like, yo, dude, my Hustle Castle shit's not working. And it's like, yeah, we didn't make Hustle Castle. Stop yelling at me, all right? Just because
Nord Studios.
that's Nord Studios. We're Nord Games. I get that there's a confusion here, but yeah, I don't know.
Yes, I get where you're coming from.
But if we just
at the same time,
if we had a trademark for Nord, right, and then we came after Nord Studios because they had Nord in their name, yes, it's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely dumb. But I feel like if you were just called Nord and someone else was, I guess even then it's still dumb. Yeah, why would you? It's your fault for choosing a name for something so simple, like. But sure, yeah.
No, I think it's a system that needs to get reworked.
All right, yeah,
because it's broken.
I'll agree with that. To completely derail us, so I wanted to talk about some figures I got, and I think you're gonna be happy.
Hell yeah!
I'm getting two new ones that are coming. They're on pre-order currently. One of those is my first 02 figure. I'm very excited to get a 02 figure finally, and it's the Nindroid. Yeah. They're redoing the Nindroids right now.
Oh, they're relaunching it, and you're just now telling me that?
Yeah,
so
dude,
I could possibly miss the relaunch.
Hey, man, at least I'm telling you now. They're on Crunchyroll. I guess if anyone else wants to go grab one, yeah, they're doing a relaunch of the 02 Nindroid. And guess what else they're relaunching for the Nindroid for?
Oh, I saw that they were re-releasing Nanachi.
How'd you see Nanachi and not 02? All right, now. I guess that makes sense.
Does that say something about me?
No, I think it does. It 100% does. So I also got Nanachi. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm so glad they're doing re-releases of these. This is something that is,
It gives me hope for other re-releases. Like, I don't know if they'll ever do Space Patrol Luluco, but Nindroid, if you can hear me, if for some reason there's a rep out there who watches this podcast secretly, I'm not outing you or anything. But if you could put in a good word and get a Space Patrol Luluco Nindroids redone, I would love you forever. All right, 100%.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
It'd be so cool. If that pops up somewhere now, I'm gonna say we did it. All right, I'm just gonna.
We've done it, boys.
We did it. We did it.
Please.
Oh my god.
On so many levels, that's the most wanted Nindroid that I have.
Oh yeah,
Space Patrol Luluco.
That'd be such a cool one. I was really happy to see
Space Patrol Luluco anything.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I just want them to do something for the anniversary of Space Patrol Luluco and put out something cool. But yeah, I saw those two and I was like, all right, first of all, I need to get the 02 because 02 figures, I haven't really found one that I like, and Nindroids, I haven't actually dove into Nindroids yet, so I thought it was a good one. And the next
starting point.
Yeah. Well, she had the bacon or the meat dipped in honey, and I was like, oh, all right, you kidding me? That's an accessory. That's super legit. That's so cool. That's something about.
I have so many Nindroids, so
that's something that I love about Nindroids though, is they come with a lot of stuff. It's not just.
Oh yeah,
very very good.
I love all the bits.
But yeah, and then I saw the Nanachi one that was recommended, and I was like, oh.
Yes,
I'm not passing this up.
That's just one of the best. All of the made in best ones, I think, are some of the best versions of those Nindroids that I own.
I think it fits. Sure. Yeah, it fits their aesthetic
perfectly.
Yeah, it fits their aesthetic very very well. Speaking of Made in Abyss, how was the? I heard I heard that you played the VR game. No, it was Laid Back Camp. You played the Laid Back Camp VR game. My bad. I
love a Made in Abyss. So
I feel like I blew Jay's mind. I'm over here trying to transition correctly, and I'm like, no.
I was like, am I needing to close out really quick and go online and play this game?
Oh my god.
I've been out.
I feel like that would have been the one time where Jay just disappeared if that actually did exist. You're right. That's so fucking funny to me.
Oh, yeah. So, Laid Back Camp. I love me some laid back camp.
I do too.
Yori Camp is one of my favorite shows. It is a series that I love to the end. And I wanted to enjoy their VR game because they have a second one coming out as well.
They do.
And I think for most people, it's going to be the experience that they exactly want.
Okay.
It is so close, like, to being exactly what I wanted, but it's so far away from being something that I can enjoy because of what they chose to do with the game.
Oh no.
And this is a fundamental problem with VR titles that I just cannot get into. And so it's what I want in a way that I cannot enjoy it. And
Okay.
that's the problem. So you don't have use of your arms. Everything is based off of you looking around, which is stuck at a single point that it shows for you, and you don't get any variation. You're stuck in a 360-degree bubble, which is fine. It's a choose your own adventure story game, basically.
Got it. Okay.
It's like a light novel.
That's kind of what I expected when I saw it.
Right. But I can't. So I've played a few games that are that way, and if it ever does what this one does, which is just freezes you in a spot and you are looking around at things, and if you look at something, it'll start being like, "Oh, you're interacting with this." It just feels wrong.
Yeah.
It feels so wrong. I am too immersed into my VR games at this point. I need my hands at all times. I need like my full body ability, like looking down my hands being there. Like
it's kind of upsetting.
I can't go back.
It's kind of upsetting to hear that you don't have interaction even with your arms, because I kind of expected that. I kind of expected it to
shows you petting a dog and whatnot, but it's not. If you look at the dog, the character will move over and pet the dog, but you have no control over that.
That's sad. That's saddening.
It's
because it just doesn't
enjoy that.
It doesn't make sense. I guess VR at that point, like, cool, you can look around, you're in first person. If you just relax there, maybe you'll feel like you're that character, but agreed. If once you're stuck and you can't actually do things or interact with things, it's immersion breaking. You just feel trapped.
Can't get up and walk around. You're literally like, if you move around, you're still in that one spot, and it's. Ooh, I can't do that. I need to be able to get up and walk around.
I wouldn't even call it like a VR title. It's weird.
No,
it's
like I don't want that. Zero part of me even remotely wants that. And so it's weird because the Spice and Wolf game is much the same, but the Spice and Wolf game does one thing different that made it tolerable for me to get through it, which was the fact that I could walk around in the space.
Oh, okay.
And so. The fact that it's extra limiting, the fact that it snaps you into a specific location and you can't go explore the camp. It's just, I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't want that either. Weirdly enough, I still will probably try it just because. I mean, is it free? Does it cost money?
No, it's $30.
God damn. Never mind. I
thought was worth it at first when I was like, oh, I get to walk around the camp, and that's all it needed to do. The only thing it needed to do, it could have stayed exactly how it was, with the addition of letting me freely walk around.
Yeah.
And having a movement system, because there's no movement system. Like if you don't have the physical space to move, you're not moving anywhere.
I want to pet the dog. Okay.
Yeah, same thing. Give me my arms and let me move.
Yeah.
And then exactly the same game that you already have is fine. Like I will play that style of game because I have.
Yeah.
But I can't be locked in.
At that point for me, it's like, why is it a VR game? Like, this could easily be something that I just play on my computer and it's like more of a light novel, or it's like an interactive novel or something like that. And that's fine. Like being locked in and just using my mouse to look around or whatever. Just
exactly.
Being tied into VR. I get that you're trying to be more immersive or whatever, but man, that just hurts that it doesn't have any basic VR capabilities.
It works great for somebody who's never played VR, is what I'm imagining. It's a great introduction for people who don't have that experience.
I mean, I could also see it for somebody who wants to just feel like they're there and don't necessarily need to move around, like just relaxing in a chair or something.
Yeah.
But even then,
breaking, because like the moment that I was like, oh well, I was like, okay, I'm restricted. I'm gonna try my very best to enjoy this. So I sat back in my chair, which was equal to where the chair was in the game. So I was just like, all right, let's full send. Let's look at Mount Fuji for a second and enjoy the beauty. Why is there a giant circle with a ring slowly filling up in my view right now? And I was like, I hate this to a level that I can't explain. And I was like, okay, well, if I look away, cool, it goes away. Let me look back. No, it's there again. And it's just, you can't look at anything. It's just the moment you try to enjoy something, a giant circle pops up. And even if you do the activity, it'll let you do it again. So you can never stare at Mount Fuji because it will infinitely spawn a circle of hell trying to pull you in to do an activity that you don't want to do.
This is even worse than just like... It's
No,
so
it's
sad to
literally
think.
like-
It's like, all right, time to enjoy
relax.
my laid back camp. Oh, wait. Why? Like,
Yep.
you're ruining the scenery, game. That's the game. That's
Yep.
That's why we're here. You could literally make it just stuck in your chair still for me and like just looking around and nothing else to do and just switch between different locations and have different like things where they're around
That's
you.
what I thought it was gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts even
so
more.
Here's the thing. There's a free game called VR Chat that has people who have remade several of these locations for free for you to go visit and explore and even dress up in the avatars that you want. Go hang out with your friends there. You'll infinitely more enjoy doing that than I think you would doing this.
There you go.
I did.
There we go.
I prefer to just go and sit at the VR Chat laid back camps.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well,
Nothing pops up in my vision. It's great.
I think that's a a good place to end it here.
No. Actually,
Oh, wait,
I
what?
want to quickly.
She's got something?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. I like this. Okay.
So, did you see the Target? Everybody knows this is going on. Target has joined Walmart in removing Pokemon and other popular games, trading card games like the what was it, baseball and basketball and things like that. Trading cards are completely removed from stores. No longer.
How is this quick? Okay, I just want to ask that. How is this? Wait. First of all, no. I heard
unpopular games like Magic will still be sold because nobody's fighting over them.
Holy shit. What the fuck? Okay, weirdly enough, I heard that Target was going to start suing people if they caught you like bringing in more people to buy because there was a limit. They put a limit up on Pokemon. They're like, "All right, you can get only so much per customer or whatever." And then the scalpers basically are like, "Oh, well, I'll just bring my whole fucking family in and all my friends and we'll just come through and we'll clear you out still." And basically Target was like, "Yo, dude, we'll figure this shit out and we'll sue the shit out of you because that's going against what we set up here." And then I'm guessing that makes sense. So they're like, "Fuck it. If you
too many people are stealing, too many people are scalping, and too many." There was literally
when Pokemon goes,
some people in their 30s that got in a fist fight over it, with one guy, 35-year-old, pulling a gun on the other two.
Oh my god! When Pokemon goes too strong, oh
yeah, it's literally just there's too much, and they're just like, we're out.
Damn,
we're out. Pokemon and other popular trading cards.
Yeah, because baseball blew up too. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, you can buy it online, and that's it.
That's so weird. Go to your local game store, you guys. Fight there. All right. They'll be happy to see you. They'll be like, thank God someone's coming to our stores. It was weird because like this was all going down weirdly enough, and I was asking one of our coworkers because he used to work at a local game store nearby. I was like, "Do you guys have any Pokemon cards?" And he was like, "Yeah, they have plenty." And I was like, "What? Did you tell me I could just went over there and got Pokemon cards?" I don't know how true it is because we never actually went. Like, yeah, I don't know. Support your local game stores, you guys. They probably have Pokemon cards if that's what you're looking for. Yeah, maybe not baseball though. I don't know who collects baseball cards.
Yeah, people do it.
All right. I mean, I guess that's technically still otaku culture if you're going too hardcore on it. So
yeah,
can't shame you too much.
Good on them.
Good on you.
No, I'll let you do you for sure. It's just something I'm not going to touch.
Well, I'm proud. I'm proud that we got it all banned. That Pokemon did this. I blame Pokemon 100%.
I mean, people just can't handle it. It's ridiculous. I can't.
So dumb.
Yes,
Pokemon's
this is
the
how stupid society is.
dude. Pokemon's the
This
one
is
too that to me that doesn't make sense because it's like Pokemon's most likely gonna reprint these things. If they're not gonna even reprint this, there will be
yeah,
more
yep.
Pokemon. There's gonna get a point where this will all go back to normal. Like, calm
Yeah,
down.
Pokemon will
Calm down.
print everything.
I understand your favorite streamer is opening Pokemon cards and you'd feel you need to do it too, but calm down. All right.
I mean, but it's Pokemon has always been popular,
No,
and
it
that's the
has.
thing that people are still struggling with too. Like
Yeah. Well, I don't.
it's increased, but it's not. It's
I think it's weird because it feels like it's because of the pandemic and the low supply that all of a sudden it's kind of like skyrocketed the price, which then caused everyone to freak out because for some reason when something starts going up in value, people start looking at it and start like
yeah.
gawking over it like immediately. And yeah, I
There's
don't
a
know.
ton of compounding issues that got it to where it is for sure.
Yeah,
It's not just the streamers.
no, I
It was
don't
a
think
whole
it.
factor.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, that's interesting. That's definitely an interesting.
Good job, dummies.
Good job, you guys. We can end it here on go. Don't go to your Target for Pokemon cards. All right, you guys don't go there. They won't have them.
Yeah.
All right, either Walmart either. So
Support your local stores. Or just buy the damn things online.
Yep. Support your local stores or buy them online. All right, you guys. We'll catch you next time. How could you do this to yourselves?
Dogecoin to the ground.
Dogecoin to the ground.